It's Time Warner Cable's local edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. We are joined by Richard Riordan, mayor of Los Angeles, 1993-2001, and his president of his foundation, Jessica Flores, the Riordan Foundation. And I want to thank you both for joining us. Sir, before we get to the particulars, what is the Riordan Foundation?
The Riordan Foundation is 95% money that I have contributed to that and some related foundations. And our main purpose is to teach kids to read and write by the time they're finished the second grade. A Nation at Risk, which is the most famous study of education, and it was in about 1984, stated that if a child cannot read and write fluently by the end of the second grade, you've lost that child for life.
And we know your work well. We know you were Secretary of Education to California, so you have been an advocate for this. And you have Jessica Flores next to you. She's the president of your foundation. She's helping you implement that vision. And the good news is right now, you're starting to gear up to accept grant applications from the Riordan Foundation, for the Riordan Foundation. Jessica, please tell us about it. How can we apply?
Sure.
What's the perfect grantee look like?
So our grant opportunity is open to all Los Angeles County schools. We have informational sessions that we host throughout Los Angeles County. We also have online webinars where we discuss the process. So we encourage all schools to visit www.riordanfoundation.org, where we will post all the pertinent information.
And there are different types of grants. I know there's an instructional innovation grant.
Correct.
What is that, Mayor? Why don't you explain that if you can, or Jessica, either one.
Well, we go out to hundreds of teachers and we ask them to decide what they are able or have done or will be able to do if they get our grant, is to innovate education, like bringing in computers, open court, variety of things like that. You know more than I do.
No, well described.
Well, the other opportunity with the instructional innovation is we also fund professional development for teachers, which I know is something that a lot of teachers are often looking for.
And are you getting particularly busy in light of the Common Core standard adoption?
Yes, and that's a huge need where teachers are asking for professional development around that. So that is something that the Riordan Foundation will fund opportunities for teachers to either do training at school sites.
And the mayor mentioned that reading is so critical. You also have, this is really innovative, recreational reading mini grants. What are those?
So it's a $1,000 classroom library grant for teachers to purchase recreational books for their students, with the idea that the students will be allowed to take those books home to share with their families and their siblings. And
so give us a sense, given that you have been in this business for so long, the benefits, what have you seen? I have to think the success stories are numerous, Mayor.
Well, let's take Mississippi, for example. Mississippi was our pilot program to study whether what we did worked. And we put computers into every elementary school in Mississippi, I think in 1986 or thereabouts. We had coaches to show the teachers how to use those computers, the software to use, and also to make sure they're using it when you don't know whether they're using it or not. And by 1996, Mississippi had passed California in literacy.
That's a troubling statistic. That's a very troubling statistic, Jessica. Are we starting to regain the lead, or is it still?
So we're actually focusing on efforts potentially looking at preschools. So we've been looking at a lot of research that talks about the importance of focusing on the ages 0 to 5 and exposing students and children to books. So
okay, our guests have been Mayor Richard Riordan, the president of his foundation, Jessica Flores. My name is Brad Pomerance. Thank you so much for watching Time Warner Cable's local edition.